Hello you lovely people, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. My name's Kirsten, this is where I art and craft, and today I thought I would share with you, because my brain's not going to cope with anything much than this, some colour swatching of a Christmas gift. These are Faber Castell. This is, I'll show you the back, it's the Pitt Artist Pens. And they're oil based. I've got my Zig pens which are water based, but it's quite nice having an oil based pen when you want something that's going to be water fast. So this is the earth set and this is the grey set. They do other sets. You can buy the full kit caboodle and mortgage yourself, you know. It's like almost as much as buying a car, I think. But fortunately, I got some for Christmas and I want to swatch them. Now these are, the B tells you they're brush pens, and that's what they are. But the last one on the grey set, and maybe I'll start with the grey set actually. The last one on the grey set is actually a fine liner. So I'm going to take the fine liner out because I'll use that for the writing. that was painful. Nice long brush on them. And this one you're probably not going to see very well. Let's do 5. Let's do them slightly longer than that. 5 long. Is this going to be buttermilk or something? This looks like a long time ago. I'm just going to do them all down here, 5 strokes all the way down here at the moment. Long time ago, they used to do a pastel that was kind of a bit like a lipstick. And they used to have a buttermilk in that, and it was a fabulous colour. Fabulous colour. And I just stopped using the pastels, so I gave them away. And now I use the distress crayons. And sometimes I wish I had some of the pastels, because I don't have the colours in the distress crayon, but that's fine. I've never bought any of the bright distress colours, you know, the pinks. I think I maybe got a couple of the distress crayons now because it was annoying me. But I didn't, for a long time, I didn't have any of them. And that can be quite difficult sometimes when you do want a splash of pink. Oh, talking of a splash of pink, did you see Bebo's Bellaboo? Why do I always call her Bebo in my head? Bellaboo's Jodi Lewis Creations ABC. Oh, such a cutie bird. And she splashed pink in that, which is why Splash of Pink reminded me of it. If you haven't done Jodi Lewis's ABC prompts yet, then join the club. I'm going to do mine on Wednesday. The prompts are going to come out every second week, so I'm going to do them on the intervening Wednesday rather than rushing to get them done really quickly. And that just gives me gives me a wee bit of thinking time. Not that I know exactly what I'm going to do. I was going to film it today, but I woke up without the will. I shouldn't have gone back and done that because that's what I'm going to do in a second. So as you see, all I'm doing at the moment is I'm doing 5 on the side of the brush, 5 brushes, roughly the same kind of length. Now I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to do half of them with a second coat. Because this is oil based, you can build up. I'm really fascinated to know how this would work over other colours. It's ivory, it's not buttermilk, ivory 103. And then I'm just going to use this pen to I could have done a longer swatch, I suppose. This one is a lovely warm grey, which is also what it's called. But it's really nice to have a swatch to see what a double layer would be. And that's 207. It's always worth putting the number down, just because sometimes if you want to buy a new one or see if they've got something else in a colour, it's worth having the number, because sometimes the colours get slightly different names under a different medium. This one is very peely-wally on here. This is warm grey M. So this is a warm grey medium. And that's 272. I wonder if this is warm grey as well, because it has got a warm tone. Yes, this is warm. Oh, okay, it's not warm grey, because this is warm grey 4 IV. This is just, oh, it's 3. Right, so that's warm grey 1, 2, 3, and this is warm grey. IV. So this should be 272. It is 273. Then this is warm grey 5, and this is just different values of the warm grey. And that just means how much it's been. I'm presuming that's, don't presume, Kirsten. I'm presuming this is 274. It is 274. And then this is just out and out black. It's how much, there we go. You see, and even the black, when you put another coat on, 199, and then we start going into oh, there you go. And this one is dark indigo. And it is number 157. And then we'll be into the cool greys, or cold grey this is actually down as. Cold grey 6. I've started to write differently again. Cold grey 6, and this is 235. This is cold grey 4. And that's 233. This is cold grey 3. So that's interesting that with the warms we got 5, but with the colds we got 6. Cold grey 3. I'm presuming this is 232. It is indeed 232. And I'm presuming this is going to be cold grey. Just cold grey. It is, and it's 230. And then this doesn't tell, oh, it's a 0.3. One, 9, 9. Okay. So cold grey is when you make your greys using blue, and warm greys are when you make your greys using black. And although, see, I've done a line over there, you can see what the difference between 1 and 2, apart from if you look here in the black, you don't really see much of a difference at all. So that's for those ones, and the fine liner needs to go back in them. And now I'm going to do the same with these ones. I was going to tell you about stuff, but I can't, my brain's just not functioning enough to tell you about things as I do this. I hope you had a nice Christmas, and if you got some nice Christmas presents, I'm just going to do the 5 again, down 5 lines all the way down these ones again. If you got some nice crafty stuff that you'd like to share, then why don't you share it? I got some, I've maybe already said this, I don't know. I got some stencils and stamps which I'm going to share with you as well at some point, because that way I will use them. I wanted them, I was given them, so now let's use them, Kirsten, because otherwise it looks like you didn't want them at all. Three, 4, 5. I can't even count in my head at the moment. These are the Earth set, and just look at these colours, aren't they fabulous? 3, 4, 5. I do like a swatch. I find it quite therapeutic, swatching out things, and also I can find it quite inspirational as well. I did at one point, I don't have them any longer. At one point I did a whole load of swatches on A5 paper. It was when I was learning colour values, and I just got watercolours and swatch them on adding more water to them, and just I had so much fun. I ended up doing, I can't remember how many. I still have some bits and pieces of them kicking around that I use in collage and things off backgrounds and ATCs or things like that. Maybe do some more of them actually, because that was it was a really nice thing to do. It was just such a gentle thing to do, and I just loved what I ended up with. And then I didn't know what to do with them, and then I put them up above a door for a while, because it actually just filled a space, and it was like almost like a kind of, it's an ombre effect you do on a sheet. And then there was all these colours. It wasn't rainbow, and they weren't sort of set out like a rainbow either, but it was yeah, I'm mumbling. I'm going to stop, and all I'm going to do is do this again with putting over half of it a different colour. Oops, different colour, the same colour, so I can see what a double layer would be, and then naming them and numbering. So I think I've set the rest of this to music. Okay, so I've finished that. I hope you can see the value when you have new things in swatching them. The colours, they try and keep the colours on the barrels as close as possible. There's a couple of surprises for me. I thought this was a lovely orangey colour. The sanguine, I would say, is more terracotta than what they're calling terracotta. So if I'd gone, oh, there's a terracotta one, and the colour must be not quite right on there, I would have been a bit annoyed that I got that colour. So the fact you swatch it, and it also means that now when I'm wanting a warm orange, I know I've got that terracotta there, because orange can be one of those colours that I find very difficult to get the right kind of shade of orange. I thought this, when I picked it out, was going to be ochre, but it's a green gold, which is interesting. I also find it interesting that you can see where some of this earth green, for example, has clearly been done with the cold green, the cold greys, you know, coming from that side of the palette rather than the warm grey. Oh, let me just move that out of, see, and then you can't see. I'm just going to switch that off. Can I switch that off and get away? And then I've got reflection. Let me put, no. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about the reflection. If I move this down here, then it's, oh, it's not quite off the screen. So I'll move that down to the bottom there, just so it's reflecting now on when I look at it, but through the screen it's not reflecting for you. So I've now swatched both of these, which I enjoyed, and it's now given me a real idea of when I might use these sets. I hope you enjoyed it too. Maybe you'll go away and swatch some of your things. As I said, I find swatching a nice thing to do when I'm kind of, my mind's too busy, and I just couldn't get what I needed to do, or what I wanted to do today done. But that's okay, because I've done this swatching instead. And maybe I'll come back and do something later on. But for now, thanks for watching. you take care, and I'll see you tomorrow for Junk Journal January. Bye for now. Keep crafting.